All right, Jordan, you just saw Borderlands 3. We got our first look at Moze. We've previously played as Zane. So what do you think of the new Vault Hunter?
So Moze is probably the most versatile Vault Hunter that Gearbox has ever created. Like the other Vault Hunters, she has 3 different skill trees, and each one of them summons her giant mech called Iron Bear. But each skill tree has 2 to 3 different weapons that she can customize onto the mech, and you can mix and match which weapons you use from each skill tree to create a wide variety of builds for the character.
You'd mentioned you felt like she was one of the more versatile characters that they've made for the Borderlands series. Mm-hmm. What makes you feel that way?
Just because she's able to accomplish a wide variety of tasks. For example, one of her skill trees is primarily all just about defense, of putting up force fields, carrying other Vault Hunters through battle and stuff like that. So it's very supportive, so it can get you and your teammates through a very difficult part of the map. While on the other hand, she has a variation of her skill tree where she can attach a bunch of explosive rockets and grenades to her mech to just do a ton of splash damage, and she can activate different elemental effects, primarily fire, but a few other types of effects on it as well, and kind of takes on a more siren type role with that skill tree.
That's interesting. I don't know if there's been another Borderlands character where somebody could actually ride on the back of their ultimate ability. How did that feel?
Well, I didn't actually get to try that, but they did show us gameplay of how it looked. They had a Flak the Beast Hunter jump on top of Moze's back, and so like he was being shielded by the mech's force field while he was like firing a sniper rifle from the back, and so enemies could not hit him at all. And I assume this is probably really good considering it looks like he's more of a sniper character and probably doesn't have that much defense. So it's interesting kind of how Moze can kind of use her abilities to augment other Vault Hunters and account for their weaknesses, so to say.
You said that you also got to check out a new area or a new world?
We got to see Eden 6, which is now the 3rd planet that has been introduced for Borderlands 3. They showed us how Sanctuary will be able to travel from planet to planet, and they designed Eden 6 to be, as they put it, as far away from what Pandora is as possible. So Pandora is this barren desert planet where no life exists. Eden 6 is completely swamp life. There's these dinosaur-like creatures, these monkey demon-like creatures that have these like Ewok-type huts in the trees that they live in, and so there's a lot more life, and you can tell that things have evolved differently on this planet. We didn't actually get to play it, but it looks like you'll encounter very different types of threats on this planet as opposed to Pandora.
In this demo, did you get a chance to play with all billion combinations of guns?
I would say we didn't get to play with nearly as many guns as that, but we got to play with a new sniper rifle, new shotguns, a couple of new assault rifles, a lot of which had like this special effect where they would fire a laser just randomly like during their fire, so which was great with the shotgun because I would just be blasting people in this double barrel, and you're like, oh, they have like a teeny tiny little bit of health left, and then a laser would just shoot off at the last second and like just knock them in the head and kill them. I'm like, okay, that's really awesome. And I've been playing Borderlands 2 again because the new DLC just dropped, and it's amazing how much more distinct the guns feel in Borderlands 3 as opposed to Borderlands 2. In Borderlands 2, it was like a lot of variations of seemingly the same types of guns. In Borderlands 3, all the guns feel very distinct from one another.
All right, well, that was a look at Moze, one of the new Vault Hunters from Borderlands 3 and her Iron Bear mech suit. Borderlands 3 is out on September 13th. Stay tuned to GameSpot for tons of more coverage coming to you from E3.